Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Today, I want to cover something that's very important, but often gets overlooked, even by very experienced self-defense instructors. This is something I don't see mentioned often. It is very obscure, so it's understandable if it's not covered or if it's simply glossed over, but it is very important. Obscure, but very important. Now, I'm not going to talk about various pepper spray formulas. I'm not going to talk about what to look for in those formulas in this video. I'm not going to talk about different brands. This one happens to be Police Magnum. This one happens to be Saber Red. The Saber Red is more popular. And as far as pepper spray formulas go, you want to look for oleresin capsicum, 10%. If you can't find 10%, you'll have to make do with 5%. But that's the important thing to look for. That, however, is something that usually is covered by self-defense instructors. What I want to talk about is the delivery system, which usually is not covered. Now, I'm not going to talk about the full-on handgun grip normally found on very large canisters of pepper spray that look like small fire extinguishers. I'm not going to talk about the alternative on those types of pepper spray canisters, which is the ring, the large finger ring. What I'm going to talk about is the type of delivery systems, or the heads, normally found on medium-sized pepper spray canisters, such as these two here, or normally found on small keychain-sized canisters that either have a keychain clip at the bottom or an integrated plastic pocket clip. Now, normally with those smaller ones, you don't have a choice. With those and some medium-sized canisters, this is what you get. That's the front. As you can see, there's no hole for the pepper spray to come out of, and that's because back here you have a two-position lever. Now, when this is all the way to the left, it's in the locked position, and there's actually a piece of integrated plastic right there that prevents this from being pushed down. Plus, the hole is covered up. Now, normally on this type of head, you do get some resistance when you slide the lever to the open position, where it has plenty of room to be pushed down, as you can see here. On this particular one, there is zero resistance. This is not something I would carry with me. This is something I would keep at home on a desk, because on this one, zero resistance. This could unlock easily on its own. The lever could accidentally get depressed in the open position. Not good. So on something like this, there should be resistance. Now, in the open position, or the middle position, there's the hole. It becomes exposed. There's the locked position, and once again, the middle open position. Now, obviously, I'm not going to push down on this lever in this video, but there it is. It's exposed. It's ready to be pressed. And you get this type of head on, once again, some medium-sized canisters, like this one from Police Magnum. And you also get it on the smaller canisters as well. Now, this particular head here, as you can see, there's the hole. There's no way to cover that up. It doesn't rotate. Let me turn this around here. This is what I call the trapdoor system. This particular canister is from Sabre Red, and I've typically only seen this type of head on medium-sized pepper spray canisters such as this one. Sometimes you will find it on slightly larger ones, which is basically this exact same design and shape of both the head and the canister, only the canister is elongated so it holds more. And that's the larger size I normally find these heads on. But on this one, it's a trapdoor or spring door system. There's no lever to push. There's an actual button on the inside, and on top is a spring trapdoor. Now, on this one, this door blocks access to the button from the top. You're not getting through that. Now, on a smaller pepper spray canister, the way people carry them on their keychain, they might toss that into a pocket. Something might get wedged in here and accidentally push down on the button and activate it. That's why on the smaller pepper spray canisters, it's usually this type of head that you find on those. On the medium and slightly larger ones, you get this type. No matter how much you press down on top, nothing's happening. This is the type of canister you really want to carry in a good belt pouch. Something like this. And let's just make the Velcro nice and even so it looks better on video. There we go. Nice belt pouch. There's the loop back there for attaching it to a belt. The flap comes up and over, and when that happens, nothing can cause this to accidentally activate. You've got this trapdoor here. In order to gain access, you insert your thumb and then push down. And honestly, this is a much better system than this for activation. And I'll tell you guys why. When you're in a self-defense situation against a violent two-legged predator, or maybe you're out in the woods and you encounter a four-legged one, such as a wolf, maybe a rabid dog. Well, I guess you could encounter the rabid dog in an urban setting as well. But you're out there, you've encountered some sort of predator, it's dangerous, it's coming towards you. Here's what's going to happen. Your body is going to go through the fight or flight response, meaning there are going to be changes on the inside of your body that will allow you to hopefully survive the encounter and remain alive. Now, it's not a built-in self-defense system. If that was the case, the fight or flight response is really a crappy self-defense system. I mean, it's not as though you turn into the greatest fighter in the world, able to kill anyone who tries to brutalize you. No, that's not what happens. It's a self-preservation system, not a self-defense system. Huge difference. If you're trapped and there's no place for you to run, and you have to stand, hold your ground, and fight, you're going to get a nice adrenaline dump into your system that will definitely improve your chances of winning if you have to stand there and fight. Now, if the better option is to run away or flight, and you're actually able to run to a place of safety, go for it. That adrenaline dump will help you to run faster, harder, not for hours, obviously, but long enough to get away. Like I said, it's a self-preservation system. The problem is that when you get that adrenaline dump, due to the fight or flight response, your fine motor skills go out the window. They're gone. And unfortunately, this particular head and delivery system for the pepper spray contained inside requires fine motor skills. You can use gross motor skills for taking this out of a pocket. You can use your gross motor skills for ripping open the Velcro flap on your belt pouch to pull out the pepper spray. Here's what's going to happen. Fight or flight response kicks in. You've got your pepper spray out. You're going to start hitting this. And you're going to start freaking out because nothing is happening. Because of what you're going through, you're going to forget, oh, I have to slide this to the side. Guaranteed you're going to forget. Because this system requires you to use fine motor skills. First of all, you're going to forget that you even have to unlock this. If you do manage to remember, congratulations, you are ahead of the curve, and that could happen. You could manage to remember. Okay, let me use my fine motor skills to move this to the side and then press down. That's just unrealistic. I mean, if you see someone being attacked by, say, a dog or a two-legged predator, and you've got this, sure, you're going to be able to think clearly. You're going to be able to rely on your fine motor skills to flick that open and then push down on the button to save someone else's life. But when it's your life on the line and that fight or flight response kicks in, this fine motor skill is going to be a problem. Which is why this one is a lot better. Because once you've gotten this out of your pocket or your nylon belt pouch, it's a very simple system. Insert your thumb, then press down. That's a gross motor skill. If you've practiced with this and you don't need to spray, you just need to practice getting this out and getting it ready to spray. If you've practiced, your body is going to develop muscle memory, and it's going to know not to immediately push down. That muscle memory will cause you to use your gross motor skills, which you're still going to have, to insert your thumb, which will raise the trapdoor, and then press. Gross motor skills, much more reliable. That's why this particular head with its spring-loaded trapdoor is the better system, because it relies on gross motor skills, no fine motor skills. Definitely the better system out of the two. It's unfortunate there isn't a variation of this type of delivery system normally found on the much smaller keychain-sized pepper spray containers. That's why I personally don't bother with those small ones. I don't. But I know it's different for other people, so I just wanted to cover that. You have to take into account the fight or flight response when it comes to carrying and deploying any type of self-defense tools, especially pepper sprays. Now, if you want to practice your muscle memory to include actually pushing down on the button, you can buy inert pepper spray containers. They pretty much contain a bit of compressed smoke that comes out, completely harmless. They're inert trainers that you can use. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Please continue to stay safe.